Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. We made it. We made it. And I have been saying that this year for, I think more than I've said that ever before, because 2025 just seemed like it was special. It was special in so many ways. But my question to you is, do you want what you had last year? Do you want what you had last year? If the answer is no, and most of us will say no, even if last year was good, because let's be clear, last year was a rock star for some of us. Last year was amazing for some of us. Last year was a roller coaster for some of us, some high highs and some low lows. And last year was disastrous for some of us. So we all had varied experiences because we all have varied lives. But the question is, do you want what you had last year? And if you don't, because I don't, then now the question is, what are you willing to do to have something different than you had last year? Let's talk about that. And this is straight. I don't have no notes. I'm about to wash my hair. I'm just coming because I felt compelled to get on here as quickly as possible because we're already 3 days in. We're 3 days into the year and we know how quickly last year went. Did last year go as fast for you all as it went for me? It went extremely fast. But that just reiterates the point that we cannot take any moment for granted. We can't take any day for granted. We have to be intentional about our day. So here I will share with you a few things that I am already consciously being intentional about. The first thing I'm being intentional about is what I let grow and what I let die. What I let grow and what I let die. I traditionally don't have a green thumb. You know what a green thumb is? You know, those plant lovers, the people that know how to touch anything and they just, their plants flourish and all that. That's not traditionally been me. But I have managed to keep 3 plants alive for the last few years, and I am so proud of myself. However, I've noticed that they haven't been growing as much. They're alive, but they haven't been growing as fast as they were before. And because I don't have a green thumb and I don't have that basic knowledge, I don't know why. But I do know that there's something that needs to happen. There's something that needs to change in order for the growth to continue at the rate that it was before. So now what I need to do is gain some knowledge. I need to gain some knowledge and I need to learn how to feed so that they can continue to grow, or else they will starve and die. Whatever you feed grows. Whatever you starve dies. So this year, I'm being even more intentional about what I feed and what I starve. For example, some of us need to feed positive mindsets. Some of us need to feed those things that are going to take us to the next level. And we need to starve negative mindsets. Here's an example. If you are a person that is constantly comparing yourself to other people, and when I say that, I say it in all of the ways that happens. Comparing yourself to someone else and it makes you feel badly about yourself because you feel like that you're not where these other people are. Comparing yourself to other people to justify where you are, i.e., well, they had a leg up. They were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They had all of this stuff set up for them. I didn't have that. So that's why I'm not where they are. They are where they are because, they had this, they had that. So, That's comparing yourself to other people and giving yourself an excuse as to why you're not where they are. Comparing yourself to, no one knows how I feel, so, everybody around me, these are things I've said. These are things that I've heard people around me say. This is comparing yourself to others. They don't know how I feel. So I'm justified in how I'm feeling because no one else knows. No one else is in this position. No one else is experiencing what I'm experiencing. And the reality is there's nothing new under the sun. There are thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people that are experiencing exactly what you're experiencing, who feel exactly how you feel, but you don't know them and you don't know it. And guess what? It may even be some people that you do know, but you don't know what they're feeling because they're keeping it to themselves. Just like you probably don't go around saying all of the things that you're feeling. So a lot of people may not know how you feel. We have more in common than we have differences. And that's said over and over again, but it really is true. Most people walk around thinking that they are the only one until a conversation takes off. I was at a day party recently, and we ended up having a roundtable discussion, and we're talking relationships, we're talking, decisions, and all of this stuff. And we always love to talk about relationships. And what ends up coming out usually in these conversations is that there are multiple people that's had the same experiences, the same type of situations, whether they're currently in the same situation or one person was in a situation or one person is on their way into that situation. It's the human experience. So please do yourself a favor, as I am doing myself a favor. Stop comparing yourself to other people, because what it does, it stagnates you. It stagnates you here, if I can speak, here and here. We're not doing that in 2026. In 2026, we are shutting down voices. Here is the other thing that I really had to reckon with. Our devices, they're our companions. What is a companion? A companion is somebody that is always with you. Someone that's having the experiences that you're having because they're with you. Someone that you're interacting with on a daily basis. Someone or something. Someone whose voice is always, there or accessible to you. Our devices are our companions. So much so that many of us have almost disengaged from flesh and blood. And even, dare I say, from our own thoughts, our own feelings, and experiences, and our own creativity. I realized that because my phone is my alarm, it's the first thing I'm touching in the morning. So I'm turning off the alarm, and then instinctively, you got notifications, you got messages, you got text messages, you've got missed calls, you got, somebody hit you up late or really early, whatever the case may be. They hit you up when your phone was still on Do Not Disturb. And then all of that, let me check my notifications. Let me check my social media real quick. Next thing you know, even as you're going to get ready to do it, you check it, checking your phone. Phone is in the bathroom with you. Phone is in the kitchen with you while you're getting your hot lemon water, or your water, or your coffee, or your tea, or whatever. The phone is there with you. And I think we're at an unhealthy place. I know for me, I had to start really realizing that I am too much. Like, if you can never shut down your phone, i.e. the voices on social media. Hi. If you can never shut it down, if it brings you comfort, if you wake up to it and you go to sleep to it, we doing too much. We're doing too much and not enough. What I realize is that while I'm watching others living their lives, while I'm watching other people's content, while I'm watching other people walk out their, dreams or present what they're presenting or their products, their services, whatever, I'm not doing mine. I'm not doing mine because I'm watching theirs. And you have to have a period of time where you shut down it all so that you can go and live your life, so that you can be fully present where you are. That's what I've learned. And so for me, like, I have a home library. I love books. And I actually did make a video about this, which I haven't posted yet. But I'm like, I am setting up certain structures for myself to get back to my first love. My first love is not this device. I love books. I love physical books that I'm turning pages on. I love gaining knowledge in that way. Now, I watch a lot of great things. I love podcasts and, I watch sermons and all of the things, right? Things that are, I would say, uplifting, great information, etc. I don't watch a whole lot of deadhead stuff. Sometimes I do, but that's not the majority. But even with that, it's taking up space. It's inputting things from an external source that I don't want to major on anymore. Because I am a creative. The more I'm taking in other people's voices, my own voice is getting watered down. Can you recognize that? Even if you're not a creative, just your own organic thoughts where you can sit in complete silence and it's just you and God. And it's not all these other voices. Even have you all ever listened to a song or even been in a store or something and they're playing a song and it may not even be a song that you like, but 2-3 days later or late that night when you in the bed going to sleep, that song is rolling and playing in your mind? It's powerful. Music, voices, words are powerful and they stick with you. It's powerful because it's seeds. It's spiritual seeds, and it goes inside of our subconscious. It goes into our heart. It goes into our spirit. So the question is, do you want what you had last year? If you don't want what you had last year, then you have to change what you're intaking, what you're receiving. And sometimes, a lot of times, it means shutting down the noise. And even if it's good noise, shut it down so that you can leave space for your own voice, for the voice of God, for you to even hear. This is where I'm at. So now my morning routine is I do my devotion. I do my audio Bible, and what I'm starting to do now is shutting down even ministers and ministers' voices. Yeah, they're teaching the word and all this kind of stuff, but all of it. Let me just get my Bible. Let me just pray, get my Bible, and let me just meditate that way. Let me switch gears from what I've been doing the last several years. Because see, change is only going to come if you change it. It's not going to happen by osmosis. Like we're on automatic. We're in on an automatic process with how we have been doing things, the habits that we currently have. That is what will keep us in the same space or regressing. Because you may not even get what you got last year. It may be worse. It may be worse if I don't take intentional steps. So the first thing is we recognize, are we agreeing we don't want what we had last year? We want better. We want growth. What does that look like for you? What is your vision for this year? For your personal life, for your professional life, for career, business, for your relationships. And when I say relationships, let's not immediately jump to romantic relationships. What do you want your relationships to be like? Family, friends. What are you willing to invest in those spaces? What are you willing to starve that needs, all caps, to die? Let me say this. It's going to take courage. Those things that you know that need to die, those habits that you know that need to die, it's going to take courage. But you have to first start by deciding. You have to decide. Write the vision and make it plain. Whether you're going to journal about it, whether you're going to do the sticky note thing, whether you're going to put a note in your device. If we're going to use these, let's use the devices for good now. Go into your notes, whatever, application you have, and write it in there. Put it as a wallpaper if you want to do that. If you wanted to keep it private, just keep it in your notes, okay? Because, people can see your screensavers and all that stuff. Decide. What do I want this year to look like? And it doesn't have to be a whole long list. Be intentional to the point where this is doable, even if it takes courage, even if it's scary. It's doable. It's not 10, 15, 20 items that, you just dream talking. You just talking now. You have no intentions of doing that. Don't do that to yourself. Get a few things that, hey, these are the things that I want to grow in, and be specific. Oh, I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want to finally, let's just take that area. What does that look like? What does that translate into? What action steps does that translate into? Does that mean that we're working out 5 days a week? And what are those workouts? Are you going to get a gym membership? Okay, you hate the gym. Stop lying to yourself. If it's not a gym, are you going to do it at home? Is it at home more feasible for you? Are you going to start taking the stairs instead of the elevator? Are you going to start walking to the couple of blocks to the store and carrying that stuff back? Like, what small big ways, what changes are we making that we're going to stick to? Are we going to join a dance class? Dancing is exercise. Are we going to join a tennis class? Tennis is exercise. Even if you kind of suck at it, it's exercise. Are we going to start going to the basketball court? Ladies, you can do it too. Ball, okay? Even if you suck at it, it's exercise. What specific things are we going to do? Are we going to shut down the kitchen after 8 o'clock? Are we going to stop the snacking? Are we going to only eat fruit before noon? Like, be specific. Be specific. Are we going to say that on the weekends I'm going to have a treat? And then I'm not going to have a treat during the week. What is it for you? I'm not telling you what it is. What is it for you? What is going to get you to that I want the best body of my life? And we ain't talking about nobody else. We're not comparing ourselves to anybody else. We're comparing ourselves with ourselves. Okay? I want to establish a business. I want to fund my business. I want to level up in my business. What does that mean? Let me tell you something about when it comes to business, because this is something that I've experienced. I've said multiple times. I am officially over 5 years off of a traditional job. I left my corporate job at the end of 2020. So as of December 31st, 2025, that was 5 years that I have not worked a traditional job. And that is no flex. That's the grace of God, okay? that's the grace of God. A girl got a whole mortgage over here, all right? And it's not behind. Here's the thing that I realized and I've learned in this 5 years as I've been on this journey of transitioning into full-time entrepreneurship, because I had these businesses. We, as in me and my business partner, which happens to be my mother, we established these businesses prior to me leaving my corporate job, okay? Years, okay? But that's different than when you're doing it full-time. And what I realized is that I became an entrepreneur by default back then. It came out of gifts. Our arts nonprofit came out of work in the church drama ministry, and we decided to take that work outside of the four walls, and we established a 501c3 arts nonprofit, which is a type of business, okay? We wanted to expand out of that, okay? Then we decided, we had some experiences in the nonprofit world, and we was like, we don't need to ever do that particular project or that type of project through a nonprofit anymore. We need to have a for-profit business, so we established a production company. So it came out of a need, okay? Here's what I discovered. There are times that you fall into certain situations, situationships, certain businesses by default. One thing led to another. Okay, we have this child. I ain't even with this man. I don't like him, but one thing led to another, and now I got this child. I'm a I'm a baby mama, I'm a baby daddy, all that crap, okay? With somebody I don't even like. Okay? It can happen with business that out of a set of circumstances and situations, you end up by default getting in business. But guess what's missing? The foundation. What's the foundation? The vision, the mission, the guide going forward. Where are we going? Why do we do what we're doing? Sometimes the foundation is missing in just a structural basis. For example, here, okay, you're a baker. You like to bake and you do it well, okay? So you like, I'm going to take these cookies up to the job. I'm going to take these cupcakes up to the job. And they are loving it. Oh, every time y'all have a food date, they're like, can you bring them cupcakes? Okay. Finally, one of your coworkers are like, you know what? My son, he's having a little birthday party. Can you make me 25 cupcakes? I'll pay you. I'm not asking you to do it for free. I'll pay you. But them caramel cupcakes you make, please, I gotta have them for my son's birthday party. And you like, okay, all right, I'll do it. I'm paying you, okay? I'm gonna send you, I'm zelling you right now, okay? I'm zelling you the money. I'm cash apping you the money. Okay, you do it. The birthday party is a hit. The cupcakes are a hit. There's other parents there, because these kids' parties is really for the parents, okay? So they there and they killing them cupcakes, and they're like, who made these cupcakes, girl? Oh, my friend, she makes cupcakes, and she can make cakes, she can make cookies, Oh, now that, my husband, I'm going to get together for him. Can you make me a caramel cake? Do you make caramel cake? Do I make caramel cake? Of course. Yeah, but I don't really do this. I just love to bake. I just love to bake. I don't really do. Listen, I have to have that caramel cake. This I have never had. Like, if you can make these cupcakes like this, I know your caramel cake is. Can you? I'll pay you. I'll and can you deliver it? Cause I'm gonna be running. Can you deliver it? Well, girl, now I'll pay you. I'll pay you. Okay, fine. Okay. And it goes like that. Your gift made room for you. Your gift became in demand, and you just started going with it. And now it's a year later. It's 2 years later. It's just continued to go like that. Now you find yourself in a situation that you're in business by default. You never established the business. You never sat down and took an afternoon, a day, a weekend and said, okay, I find myself by default in business. What do I want to do with this thing? Where do I want to go with this? What can this be? Is this just going to be me baking, case, whatever? Or can I really do something with, do I want to have a storefront? Excuse me. Do I want to have a storefront? Do I want to have multiple locations? Do I want to teach baking classes? Do I want to have a cooking show? Where ultimately do I want to go? Do I want to use this as a community service where I bring in other people? Do I bring in youth that's, from disadvantaged areas of families, and I teach them these skills? And can I teach them about business as well? What is the vision? What do I see in the future for this? Do I even have an EIN? Because listen, when things start taking off and that money starts rolling in, you better get that foundation in order, because guess what? Uncle Sam's want his coins. Uncle Sam wants his coins. And you don't want to find yourself in a position where now you don't have your foundation in order and you've been making money hand over fist and you don't have your stuff in order. So if that is you, if that's whether it's your personal life, some of us flow through life like that by default. We just go from thing to thing. Okay, we follow the pattern our parents set for us. Okay, you're going to go to school. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You go, well, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do. And we never stop to establish or to gain or receive the vision, the purpose. Why am I here, God? Why did you plant me here at this time, at this space with the gifts that I have? What is the plan? What is the vision? Write the vision and make it plain. And then, God, give me, what are the steps? Give me the steps, give me the people, give me the resources, give me the knowledge. Where do I go to gain the knowledge? And get that foundation in order. That's in personal life. That's life, period. That's in business. If you became in business by default, go get that foundation in order so that, like my plants, you don't become stagnant and stop growing at some point because you never had a business plan. You never had a business account. You never had an EIN number. You never established whether you're going to be a sole proprietorship, whether you're going to be a corporation, an S Corp, whether you're going to be an LLC. You never established what would be the best vehicle for your business. And there's help out there. SBA, Chamber of Commerce, different organizations. Yes, YouTube University. If y'all want me to get a little bit more even on the financial, personal finance end, because that is an area of passion for me, wrote a whole book about it, which I will link below, then let me know. But I'm going to stop it here because I've been talking for a while. If you made it to the end, thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you for being here. And if you found this valuable, please share it. Please share it with others. I apologize if I got to rambling, but these are all of the things that is in my mind now because I'm walking it out. I'm walking it out as I'm talking it out with you all. These are life lessons that I'm learning along the way, and I'm sharing them with you as I'm learning them. Okay? Or have learned them.